So there's been quite a lot of confusion over the last few days in terms of when might be the right time to ease some of the lockdown measures that we've all been living with for the last few weeks. And this has been fueled really because of a briefing given by the UK government to the UK media ahead of an announcement that Boris Johnson intends to make on Sunday in relation to easing of lockdown measures in England. And that's led to headlines like these. These have been really unhelpful. They've created a lot of confusion for people, and not least because actually any announcement that Boris Johnson makes on Sunday would not apply to the devolved administration. So it wouldn't be the same situation for us in Wales, for Scotland, or for Northern Ireland. And we have to look at the evidence base that we have as well. And we've been looking at some statistics we've had from the Office of National Statistics in terms of what's happening in Wales. And that shows us that there are a number of areas of Wales that haven't reached the peak yet. And that's particularly true for North Wales, for the Betsi Cadwaladr Health Board area. Unfortunately, what we're seeing is the death rate increasing. If we use Wrexham as an example, in some recent weeks, the death rate here has been 60% above the norm. And all this evidence is showing us that we're yet to reach the peak. We're probably a few weeks behind Cardiff and some of the valleys areas and places like London. So the situation isn't quite the same for us here. And all that information is telling us that it's way too early to significantly ease lockdown measures. And what we need to know is that the R number that everybody's talking about, so that's the rate at which this infection spreads, that is below 1 for all parts of Wales consistently. So we've got a way to go yet, and I was glad to see the Welsh Government announce that lockdown will stay for the next 3 weeks. There may be some relaxation in terms of the number of times we're allowed out to exercise, opening recycling centres, and potentially some retail outlets like garden centres and things. So minor changes are fine, but we cannot afford any significant change to lockdown measures at all. We can't afford to take our foot off the gas. So the message is the same. If you don't need to go out, then please don't. These decisions are life and death, and it's really important that politically the decisions made in Wales are based on the evidence that we've got for our communities. What happens or what is happening with this virus here is just as important as what is happening anywhere else in the UK, and it needs to be led by the science, by the evidence. So as much as we all want to get out and about, we're all missing family and we're all missing friends, it's too early to significantly ease lockdown measures here. So please stay at home, stay as close as you can to home to go exercising, and still don't go out unless it's absolutely essential.